Hey there, dear Spellweaver community, and welcome back to another patch overview, update, analysis, whatever you want to call it. The next big update has actually struck the landscape of Spellweaver, and we're gonna check out what we are actually dealing with. So once you've booted up the game, which I already have, obviously, you will notice right away that they actually changed like the whole update. Also the little logo, by the way, that you have in your task bar thingy and in the task bar below on your computer, they actually changed like the Spellweaver logo a little bit. Looks pretty neat. Looks definitely way more polished than it was before. Let me actually get my mouse, the freaking cursor back somehow, if I can manage that. Alright, here we go. So, let's check this out real quick. Alright, version 2.62 is this, by the way. And this update... There was an update? Oh, okay. That was like yesterday. The size of the green card rollover glow in drafts. Missing hero icons on the left side in conquest matches. And Chinese font character glitches have been fixed, apparently. Let's actually click for details. Okay, alright, here it is. Version 2.74. This is a huge update that includes all the goodies we have worked on while developing the game's mobile version. We have also permanently decreased our prices by around 25%, so you get a discount right away. For everyone that doesn't have all the cards already. Added 8 new cards featuring a new tainted mechanic. Added rewards for achievements. Added global chat, which is nice. Added a separate tournaments panel. Guarantee a rare epic cards after a certain amount of packs is opened. Like that. Oh, an epic card even. Pretty nice. New font renderer for extra fine card text quality. Yeah, nice shit there. The mobile version itself will be available in a couple of days. Stay tuned. So, they said a new tournament panel, and it is right here, you know. Before it was like in the bottom line right here. Now we have the tournaments and we can actually see and plan ahead. It is up for the entire for like 7 days basically. And we can also the thing that pissed me off, right, by the way. Turn on Saturday Conquest, looked at prices, Vampire Assassin. Then I'm gonna scroll down again to Wednesday. This is the next where is it? The next midweek conquest prizes Vampire Assassin. Are you fucking kidding me? And you know, awesome job with the update. Love it to bits. By the way, there is a little glitch. You hear it, or you don't hear it. In fact, the music doesn't loop anymore. Kind of a minor issue, but still. But yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Vampire Assassin is like 10 weeks in a row now for midweek conquest for Wednesday and Saturday. There's something is off there. But yeah, anyways, you can like plan ahead now. There is always there are like basically all tournaments that are gonna be available or take place basically until for like 7 days, which is pretty nice. Like that. Way more overview, and right now we have a little button right here next to the friends and alert or system log tab, and it's the global chat. So now you can chat with everyone in real time. That is currently playing, which is really, really neat. I like that. So maybe more shit talk in the community. We'll see about that. And the most interesting thing, by the way, of course, is actually that's it on the marketplace. I did it already, but card backs. Sadly, there are no new card backs, but I gotta say, for some reason, could also be just me, but it seems like they look a little bit more crisp now. The artwork. Maybe it's just me though, but it looks a little bit more polished. Also the thing right here, maybe they put some shading in there or something. Looks nicer than before, definitely. Also they change like the achievements. If you've done them, you have like, you can claim your reward right here, which is nice. And that was wrong. This also has been a little bit updated. Oh, by the way, Z-Moon, maybe he doesn't have a silver ticket or like a trophy. I was about to say, but he's in the top 10. Maybe I'm hoping to see him in the next Masters, because Z-Moon, most favorite player, because he comes up with pretty creative decks. Just as a side note. So, let's check out the new cards, I would say. I'm gonna say, because that is the most interesting thing about this whole update, probably. Yeah, well, you know. Right, here we go. Let's actually change this. Alright. So, First new card that we have. Of course, they have been leaked by the Fuzz before, but they were like, yeah, he revealed this one, the how do you call it? Harbinger or Harbinger? Harbinger, I think. And the Pandemonium of Darkness, and this was actually the one that they talked about also on stream during the two masters ago. And that was when, like, Jodo lost his shit, but he, like, read the card wrong. But we get to that. So, let's actually make this first, because that's the least impactful out, I think. The Pandemonium of Darkness is basically the Trigon for the dark aspects. And everyone was like, you know, that could be a little bit OP. Considering that you could go... like, if it's the same as it is for the Forces of Good, like for the Trigon, which basically makes you go up 1 Rage, 1 Corruption. And in 1 turn, basically, you know, you could, if you have like 3 mana, you can play a Fireball, you can play a Zombie Legionnaire, or 2 Zombie Legionnaires. Or like, basically, if you splash Corruption Rage, you can just Rage Corruption Rush for the masses, basically, with zombies and goblins. Would be crazy, I think. So they changed it a little bit. It's not the same. It's not like with the Trigon that you get like 1 Corruption and 1 Dominion, or 1 Rage and 1 Corruption, or something like that. No, actually, it is you destroy 2 aspects and you gain 2 aspects of your choosing. So let's say you run order. Let's say you run Rage, Corruption, for instance, and you go up like 4 corruption levels for, I don't know, hero power for a Sanctum, and then you want to get rid of 2 corruption aspects and want to get 2 rage aspects to get some creatures going, maybe the dragon or something like that. Then you can play Pandemonium of Darkness, you destroy 2 of your aspects and either gain 2 rage, 2 dominion, or 2 corruption aspects. Don't really see where you would play this, to be honest, but because, you know, like, if you would destroy 1 aspect and you would gain 2, I could understand it, because, you know, that's basically like a New Horizons. And you don't have to pay mana for it, so it would be pretty OP. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait for what you're gonna use this for. But, as of course, you know, you can also play the Trigon for mana and pump up a creature with to put a Might Emblem on it, basically. This one does the following. If you have 3 corruption, which is kind of weird, and 5 mana, the enemy hero loses 1 life for each of your levels and aspects of evil. You gain that much life, which is nice, definitely. But what I don't understand is, why do you need 5 corruption for that? 5 corruption, I mean 3 corruption aspects for that. Because if you don't run corruption, you can't play that spell, so it kind of nullifies it, doesn't it? And also, mostly you go for 4 aspects anyway, so the maximum amount of that is basically -4 life for the enemy and +4 for you. Maybe if you play like a Pandemonium before and you go for like 5 aspects or 6. I mean, it would make sense also for how's the fucking card called? Let me check that real quick. I totally forgot now. Was it something with soul? Damn, I'm an idiot. Let me check that real quick. It's what you call preparation. Consume Spirit, of course, yeah. For Consume Spirit, but also, like, which card has, like, 5 energy? Or 5 HP? Maybe the dragon, but, you know, not really sure. So that card, you know, you basically see the Trigon in every deck that has, like, Forces of Good, because it actually makes sense. But for this one, maybe Corruption runs it, but as it is right now, I don't think it's gonna see much play, to be honest. It doesn't look like... It doesn't strike me as really powerful or needed for any kind of deck. Maybe for demons? Not even that. But yeah, that's the Pandemonium of Darkness. Kinda lackluster. But now we get to the good cards. Now we get to the creatures. Haven't seen also some spells in a little bit. Maybe they should add those as well. But we have new creatures, which is always nice. And what's even better, we also have a new mechanic, and that is the Tainted mechanic. And right here we have the Cold-Hearted Paladin, which is a 3 mana, 2 aspects, 1 order, 1 random. 2/2 with 3 speed. 3 speed is always good. Tainted. Cold-hearted paladin gets +1 attack, +1 HP for each of your levels in aspects of evil. Okay. Whenever Cold-hearted paladin destroys a creature, you gain 1 life for each of your levels in aspects of good. The enemy hero loses that much life. Okay. Okay. So either... No, not either. You get +1 attack, +1 HP for each of your levels in evil. So if you play that late game, and you play like a mixed deck between like either Rage Order, Dominion Order, which can actually work with soldiers, by the way, to a certain degree, or Corruption Order, which also works with soldiers. And this one actually is a knight, so maybe I'm gonna put that in my Corrupted Soldiers list. Might be pretty neat. But usually you don't go over one. Oh, you only need like 2 aspects. But for this one, it would actually make sense to go for more aspects. So initially, if you have like if you play him for 1 order and 1 evil aspect, he's actually a 3/3 with 3 speed. And if you go up for 4 aspects, which is something that you usually do, you have 2 evil aspects and 2 order aspects. And then this guy is actually a 4/4 3 speed. That is pretty nice, actually. And you gain 1 life. If he destroys a creature, you gain 1 life for each of your levels and aspects of good, which is basically 2 when you go for 2 order levels. Oh my, oh my god, it just struck me. You know what? You know who's gonna play this shit? Probably fucking 1 turn heal. I mean, of course they play with wisdom, but the thing is, they play with wait. Yeah, he has to destroy a creature, so there is that. But yeah, of course, you know, you go for fucking power discharge, freeze the creature. He has 3 speed, he can attack everything, he just goes in. The enemy, you know, as it is with 1 turn heal, has like 6 order aspects, and this guy gets like 6 HP back. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, definitely, for that kind of deck. They are gonna dwell with this, I am sure about that. Because, which is kind of weird, because usually you would think like he would benefit more off of playing it with evil aspects. But yeah, also that could work, you know, with corrupted soldiers, that or black soldiers, however you want to call it. Could be something. Like that card. 3 speed, you know. It's always a given. You don't see that every day. Next card is a wisdom card, and it's a Catacomb Keeper. And just gonna say this. The artwork is fucking awesome. Really smexy. It's a 3/3, 2 speed, and tainted. When Catacomb, apparently tainted mechanic is like you get something if you go for aspects of good, and you gain something when you go into aspects of evil. Yeah, it says on the right there, by the way. When this creature enters the field, when the Catacomb Keeper enters the field, draw a card for each of your levels in aspects of evil, and discard a card for each of your levels in aspects of good. Draw card effect. Does wisdom really need more card draw though? Yeah. I mean, that could. You know, I played an reanimator list. I don't think. Fuck, that's a spoiler. I think the video isn't up yet. But in ranked, I actually played a reanimator list that obviously like used wisdom, basic Darius, wisdom, and corruption. And for reanimator list, I can see this working out, definitely. Because it's a good blocker with 3/3 and 2 speed, obviously. And you also get to draw and discard cards. And you know, when you play reanimator, you always want to discard cards. And that is actually pretty good for that. Catacomb Keeper, yeah. Other than that, discarding your own cards, I don't really see where that is being played, to be honest. You know, with the new zombie meme that Jello came up with, maybe for that, but you don't play wisdom with that, do you? I think you play mono corruption, obviously. Gonna have to wait out. Like, of course, reanimator list, that's the only thing where I can see this being pretty unique or pretty neat. Other than that, 3/3 2 speed is a good blocker, so yeah, there's that. And it's only 1 aspect and 3 mana, so it's pretty cheap actually to play it. Alright, let me get the cursor back, and let's look at the next card. It's the Boar Shepherd. Also, really nice artwork, by the way. I love it. Gives me like some some resemblance of Morrowind with all the fungi in the back right there. Tainted. It's a 4/2, 4/2, 2 speed and 1 aspect, 3 mana. Tainted. Other plants get +1 attack. Ah, okay. When Boar Shepherd enters the field, put a target emblem on up to 2 other creatures. At the end of each hero's turn, that hero sacrifices a creature with a target emblem. If the if the hero does, that hero summons 2 shooting sprouts. Oh God, that is pretty nice. So you actually can fuck up the enemy. No, you can't. You don't want to. Nah. Nah, sorry, Bob. You don't want the enemy to have shooting sprouts because they get buffed right away as long as he is on the field. So that means shooting sprout actually deals. Yeah, it deals 1 HP. Well, that deals 1 damage. So you, yeah. Oh, I was a little bit stupid right there. But it gets double attack and HP, so it should technically be. Shouldn't it be a 3/2 then? Yeah, it gets double of that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it deals 2 damage. And you summon 2 of those, so it would be 4 damage incoming, actually. So, yeah, you want to use that on your own creatures, I think. Rather than the enemy creatures. But what I was initially thinking was, like, target emblems. And there is this one guy... Whoops, there's this one guy that requires... Was it this mixture, or was it like... No, it was this mixture, I think. And I'm pretty sure he... Oh yeah, there he is. With this guy, the Jockey Riot Instigator, that, where you have to put a target emblem on everyone and they all become slaves. And it also says on another creature, so maybe if you run 3 colors, this could potentially work in conjunction with Jockey Riot Instigator. I'm not too sure, though. I'm not too sure. Because we have to see what crazy things people come up with. But this thing, by the way, I can actually see being played in... also, since shooting sprouts become a thing lately, I can see nature rage shamans be something. Because there was also this one shitty shaman that they changed. The one that gained like +1 energy for every totem that was destroyed. I think they changed that dude. And alongside with Boar Shepherd, that just like spawns shooting sprouts all over the place, that could be pretty fucking insane in the long run. And also, this is 4 HP, so if you have rage, you basically need you need to throw 2 fireballs at this dude to actually get him off the field. And he is also protected from the fucking obnoxious ass advanced Zash hero abilities. So. That is a blocker, and if you put him on the back line, you don't have to put him on the front line. You can put him on the back line and then just go haywire with shooting sprouts. That's gonna be disgusting in the next couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure. Next one is a rage card. Did every aspect get like one of these? There's one missing, isn't there? Hold on. No, we have corruption, we have nature, we have wisdom, we have order, we have dominion. No. They all get one. That's pretty nice. So, Merchant of Souls. Another goblin, which is kind of interesting. It's a 4 mana, 2 aspects, 1 rage, 1 random. And it is a 2/3 with 3 speed tainted. And let's see what this fella does. 3 speed goblin, by the way. Ugh. When Merchant of Souls enters the field, it gains 1... Oh, by the way, if you play this with the swiftness goblin... Ugh, God. When Merchant of Souls enters the field, it gains 1 energy for each creature you control that died this turn. Okay, so a little bit like Shrieking Banshee. Comes into play with 2 energy right off the bat. And if you pay 1 energy, play a non-spirit creature with level 2 or less from your graveyard using Merchant of Souls energy. Use this power only during your turn. Basically, get Gibo and Ronnie back, I think. Oh, dude, this guy, I mean, it's 4 mana, so it's pretty late into the game, but, yeah, this one is gonna see play not only in Rage Rush, but, also in other decks that uses Rage, I'm pretty sure. I mean, 2 HP, you can get rid of it pretty easily. The only problem is he has 3 speed, so he is good in that department, but, you know, 2 isn't too much. You can also ray it with order, you can, Obnoxious Fumes it, you can... freeze, power discharge, kill it. And you can remove it pretty easily, but yeah, the energy is gonna be pretty shitty. Especially if you like have dealt with a huge board and then he drops this fella onto the field. Gonna be pretty neat. Next one is Dominion, and it's the Siren of the Deep Sea. And I love this card, by the way. The artwork is awesome. I couldn't find that artwork, by the way. I looked at Alexander Nanichkov's both accounts on the internet, and I didn't see that. So if anyone sees the deep sea horror, like this one right here that we're gonna get to in a little bit, if you see this artwork somewhere in like wallpaper like format, definitely link me to that, because I want that as my fucking background. It looks awesome. But yeah, Siren of the Deep Sea is 3 mana, 1 Dominion aspect, is a 5/2 with 1 speed, tainted, and all creatures, I like that, all creatures must block Siren of the Deep Sea if able. Nice shit. That definitely like comes out, like she has 1 speed, but given that they all have to attack, have to block her anyways, is pretty nice. I like that. Oh yeah, you're gonna see Dominion Wisdom again, and with this card, oh my god, they are gonna fucking they're gonna freeze the creature either with Flash Freeze or with Power Discharge, and then you know, have the Siren of the Deep Sea finish off the creature, I'm pretty sure. And it's 5 HP. This thing blocks everything. It survives everything. When Siren of the Deep Sea destroys a creature, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, transform Siren of the Deep Sea into Deep Sea Horror. Look at this. Oh my god, this looks... Ooh, this looks awesome, I gotta say. It's a 5/5/2 speed. Damn, son. Requires you 2 corruption aspects. If you play it from hand, obviously. Deep Sea Horror can attack an additional target. Dude, you play this 5/5, destroys everything basically. But, oh my god, you splash in nature, you can buff him up to 3 speed. Deal with additional targets, you play it with Dominion, you play like Murder Instinct, and this guy just finishes off everything. God, this thing is, oh, this thing is amazing. I like that. You know, we have like the Undead Hydra, which is also a 5/5, 1 speed that grows if it gets blocked. But this one is a 5/5/2 speed, so it can actually do shit. Of course, the Elder Red Dragon still deals with it and is a little bit better because it's 3 speed. But dude, this one, I don't know. It just looks more awesome. Okay, I just love this card. I'm gonna play this in. I'm gonna play this soon. you can set assured that. And I love it in conjunction with this card, to be honest. Like, also a 5/2 is like a great blocker, and you know, as I said, you know, just splash in Wisdom and you have yourself like a free Deep Sea Horror. It's awesome. And the last one is the Harbinger of Sorrow. I hope you actually pronounce it that way. In both ways, it sounds stupid. I hate that word. Harbinger of Sorrow, 3 mana, 2 aspects, 1 corruption, 1 random one, tainted, and it's a 4/2 with 2 speed. When Harbinger of Sorrow enters the field, summon X Enchained Souls onto the field, where X is half the amount of life you lost this turn, rounded up this time. So, half the amount of life you lost this turn. This is a 2 aspect one. And yeah, it's a demon, so yeah, that's what also the Fuzz said. This is definitely a card that every demon deck is gonna play because it's just beneficial. Obviously, like, Portal makes your demons 1 mana cheaper, so you can play that 1 turn earlier. And technically, you summon Enchained Souls for each of the life that you have lost rounded up, so you can play that in turn 2, where you, or not turn 2, but on the second turn that Portal is up, which damages you for 2 HP basically, then you summon, yeah, 2 Enchained Souls. Because, you know, it's 1, but it's rounded up, so it should be 2. Summons 2 Enchained Souls, or if it's 3, half the amount, should be 1.5, so it's 2. So it still summons 2, I think, if you lost 3 life. Terrible at math, by the way, just to let you know. But overall, like, Harping of Sorrow, 4/2 is a great blocker. 2 speed, of course, you know, most creatures have that. 2 damage, yeah, deals with early aggression, and that's what it's basically there for. But also, like, the additional blockers from the Enchained Souls, which is basically a 3-speed, but that you can also use to gain back the life that you basically have lost, is definitely fucking awesome. Gonna love that, or and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see which demon decks are gonna, or what card demons actually are gonna get rid of to actually play this. Like, there have been some instances where demons like play also Azaris, rare occasion obviously, but like the ones that play Bezarok or stuff like that, I can see them like maybe throwing out like a little like a Bezzy, or maybe even some vultures, even though they're a good value in the early game actually. Nightbringers are too good because they are 0 mana anyways, but I can see them maybe dropping like a few vultures, maybe a Bezzy here and there, and you know, just to throw in like 2-3 harbingers, because they definitely they will put in work. Like, they're a good mid game and late game, because, like, you know, 4 HP, as I've said, it's a great blocker. For some reason, I always think about the Elder Red Dragon and not like the more obvious things like 2 Noxious or 2 Fireballs. But yeah, that's, you know, that's 2 removals that the enemy has to go through in order to actually deal with this. If he doesn't with his creatures, obviously. Is it flying though? It looks like it's flying. No, it's not. Never mind. So yeah, he has that going for him. So yeah, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new cards. Lackluster one, I would say, is definitely the Pandemonium. This one is going to be interesting to see with Shamans, pretty sure. Catacomb Keeper for Reanimators. Other than that, I don't really see this as being of much use. Yeah, Pandemonium, as I've said, little lackluster. I don't really see this being played. Maybe for a corruption deck. Maybe for Shamans? Nah, not really. Nah, they don't really need that. Merchant of Souls is gonna see play not only in rush decks, I'm pretty sure. Even though, you know, rush, yeah, they go up for 2 aspects and for mana, but they would probably rather play like a Flame Serpent, but wait, with level 2 or less, they can fucking, yeah, this is definitely gonna be played in Rage Rush, because they can freaking get the Flame Serpent back from the graveyard. Oh boy, oh my god. Rage Rush is gonna be back in full force. Shit. I'm gonna play that in ranked. And of course, now we'll get to that. Cold-Hearted Paladin, 1 turn heal, so fuck that garbage. And Siren of the Deep Sea, definitely my favorite one. I don't know why. Like, this card is just all around pretty nice. And especially in conjunction with this. I don't know what it is. Might be the artwork, but, you know, can attack an additional target. That is so rare for many creatures. And it's 5/5 and 2 speed. Let's fucking go. I'm fucking ready for this. So, yeah, as I've said, those are the 8 new cards and the little changes in this update. Pretty nice. I definitely condone this. And it's going to be interesting to see, because, you know, for the longest we had to deal with the cards that they have given us so far. But people still, to this day, come up with unique decks. And now that we have 8 new cards in play, and of course, like, all the changes that they made with the community aspects, like, I've seen Detonate being played lately in Rage Rush decks and in usual Rage decks, because it just makes sense now. Detonate is a really good card now. So this, in addition, as I said, you know, with the new community cards and the new 8 cards that are being added now, it's gonna be not only interesting weeks and months to come now in Spellweaver, but it's also gonna be pretty interesting to see how the Masters are gonna turn out, because, you know, Z-Moon might be in there. This guy makes unique decks, and I'm pretty sure he has some tricks up his sleeve, and we're gonna get some interesting games out of this dude, and some interesting decks, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, that was it for this video. Pretty stoked. Gonna be interesting to see what the community comes up with, how they're gonna jiggle around with those cards, and of course with the new ones, and see what kind of new awesome decks are gonna flourish, and how obnoxious fucking Rage Rush is gonna be. But yeah, that was it for the little update, patch, overview thing, however you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next Spellweaver related video.